Hey, Virginia, are you seeing the right screen?
I am, yeah.
You're seeing the PowerPoint?
I sure am.
Perfect, thank you. For those of you that have joined, just wait. We'll get started a minute or two after 11 o'clock Eastern time. For those of you on the line, we're going to give it another minute or two to allow people to join, and then we'll get started roughly 2 minutes after the hour. Al. Al. For those that have just joined, we're going to give it one more minute till 2 minutes after the hour, and then we'll get started. I've gone ahead and muted everyone's line to prevent any feedback or distractions. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Good morning and good welcome. I'm very excited to talk to you today about for about 15 to 20 minutes or so on the new FlowStar VS250 fan filter unit. It's a product that we believe is raising the bar in the marketplace, and one that we know will help further our mission at Filtration Group to make the world safer, healthier, and more productive. So just by way of introduction, my name is Mike Bruce. I'm the Director of Product and Channel Marketing at Filtration Group HVAC. My contact information on the slide is on the slide if you have any questions at all, during or after this presentation. And then this, as well as our contact information for our sales team, will also be at the end of this presentation as well. So you can reach out to them if you don't have their contact information. So first, just to start off, at Filtration Group, we take strategic looks at different segments of our business throughout the year. We recently looked at our clean room diffusers and fan filter units. As we looked at the market, we identified a need for a higher performing fan filter unit than was already out there. The competition had a better performing unit than our current CED FFU, right here in the top right. So we really needed to leapfrog, and then we went to work on that. We were looking for, as we set out to develop this product, power power consumption at 90 FPM, less than 65 watts, sound at 90 FPM, less than 52 dBA, and then a max HEPA flow rate at 960 CFM or above. And so you'll see very shortly when we look at the competition where those target specs came from, because again, they were to leapfrog the competition. So this is the product that we came up with. The biggest thing that stands out is it's the only fan filter on the market that achieves a HEPA Ultra rating up to 250 FPM. Now, obviously not all applications require that, but it works well, in that application, as well as standard 90 to 100 FPM as well. When it is at 90 FPM or 100 FPM, it produces industry low levels of power consumption and noise emission. So it performs well in those standard applications. And then from a standard feature perspective, what really helps set it apart is the Type 304 stainless steel housing construction with an all-welded plenum, which is standard. And then we also have a room side replaceable motor standard as well, in addition to our room side replaceable filter. So this is really great. This product is for environments that need high air changeout rates with limited ceiling space. And then, as you'll also see in a minute, it's great for standard applications too, where you're just looking for the lowest level of power consumption. So this shows the VS250's performance relative to the current CED FFU, which we are now calling the VS100. The 250 and 100 stand for the relative HEPA-rated air velocity in FPM. You can see that the VS250 hits the target set for noise emission, HEPA-rated flow rate, and energy consumption with flying colors. It really beats, our current product offering and leapfrogs it. And not only that, but it leapfrogs the competition. So when it comes to performance, we win hands down, whether on sound emission, power consumption, or the max HEPA flow rate. When it comes to standard features, others have the stainless steel housing and room side replaceable filter and motor as an option. We have it standard, and as you will find, it's standard at a competitive price. Also, we have a room side CFM display, a unique feature in the industry that you just can't find anywhere else. And then finally, the competition doesn't have to doesn't have the breadth of offering we do when it comes to control options and languages, for that matter, motor programs and other options like ambient lighting. The lighting option can be a real saver for clean rooms that require up to 100% ceiling coverage. Green lighting is a great option for operating rooms. It renders the blood as black, making it easier for the surgeon to see. And of course, we do have a battery backup option to meet code, which is an important safety consideration in an emergency situation. Sorry about that. So here's a summary of how to sell this product. The VS250 has the best performance on the market with the highest end standard features and the widest range of options, quite simply put. So when you go back to our full product line and what we were looking for, we see that the VS250 fits in well on a price performance basis. In testing our pricing with customers, we have been told that this is a great value for the features and performance delivered, both standard and then the options. So let's look at a few examples in a real-world application. Consider a typical clean room that is 68 feet long, 38 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. You might have 20 clean room panels and target 20 air changeouts per hour. If we compare our Sentinel FFU on the left-hand side, the VS100 in the middle, and the VS250 in this application on the right-hand side, we find that the VS250 wins on a total cost of ownership basis handily over time, thanks to the significantly lower energy consumption. That's really quite an advantage that this product features. The energy consumed, of course, represented by these blue bars here. And it's just uses way less energy and is significantly more efficient from a power consumption standpoint. Another advantage to demonstrate is the energy efficiency of the VS250 at higher flow rates. Many applications that do not require uniform flow can take advantage of this. In the example shown, we have laid out the same room with 20, 16, and 11 fan filter units. And we find that the 11 fan filter units provide the best total cost of ownership, which is even less than what was shown on the previous slide. So the example from that previous slide references clean rooms in classes 6 through 8, where unidirectional flow isn't required. It works great on that application because you're really taking into advantage the low energy consumption of the product. The VS250 also works well for classes 2 to 5, where unidirectional flow is needed, and you have a need for higher air changes per hour and a high ceiling coverage. And that's really thanks to its industry-leading HEPA-rated flow rate for low energy consumption. When FFUs, when fan filter units cover 60 to 100% of the ceiling, you can run out of room for lights. Which is why we offer the ambient lighting option with up to 9,000 lumens of light output on a 2x4 fan filter unit. For a frame of reference, a normal 2x4 commercial fixture puts out about half that light output, so that the light output emitted by this fan filter unit is actually quite robust. As mentioned earlier, we also have green LED lighting for operating room applications and a battery backup option for either light color option for emergency lighting during power loss, which is not only a safety consideration, but a code requirement. In order to ease the design process, we created an Excel-based design tool that auto-calculates various design options for you based on the room size and the target change-out rates. The design tool, or the design guide, I should say, you see on the screen is included in the design tool. Here's a look at the meat and potatoes of the design tool. In the upper left is where you input your cost of electricity, operating hours, room size, and desired air changeouts. We have the 120 and 200 plus volt motor curves, or wattage curves, I should say, plugged into the model for both the VS100 and VS250. So all you have to do is select the one you want and input the end user price to get the total cost of ownership over a 3-year and 10-year basis. In this example, we are going to look at a similar room relative to before, targeting 20 changeouts and the VS250 120 volt versus the VS100 120 volt. The tool automatically calculates 4 scenarios. The first being, what is the minimum energy cost per year? The second has a design target of 100 FPM. The third, the minimum total cost of ownership over 3 years. And the fourth, the minimum total cost of ownership over 10 years. You can see that in this case, the VS250 wins all 4 scenarios on the 10-year horizon, though the VS100 does have an advantage on the design for a 100 FPM scenario on a 3-year time period, as the energy savings of the VS250 haven't countered the purchase price advantage of the VS100 just yet. But again, that does happen over time. On the total opposite end of the spectrum, what if we were looking for 500 air changeouts per hour? Well, we see that the VS250 can do this with as little as 69% of the ceiling covered, and is of course most efficient at 100% ceiling coverage. The VS100, well, it needs to cover over 100%, actually 104% of the ceiling, which of course isn't possible. So the VS100 can't meet this design, and the VS250 is the only option. So the takeaway here really is the VS250 works on both ends of the spectrum and everywhere in between. So in terms of our launch details, this email that went out that you saw, obviously this is how you registered for the webinar. Our product pages are up on the website, which include our literature, submittal drawings, and installation instructions. Also downloadable from the email announcement were the price page and design tool that we just went over. The price page will be included in the next issuance of the filter and equipment price pages slated to come out in December or early January at the latest. Here's a quick look at the literature sheet for the VS250 fan filter unit. With all the features and benefits we've talked about, the performance comparison to the VS100 that we showed earlier, and the suggested specifications. We do believe that this product has some unique features and capabilities that will be true spec lockers, so feel free to spec this product with confidence. Here are the price pages. It's important to know that we have a configurator tool now for both the VS100 and 250. These auto-create the ordering codes and pricing from the drop-down selected, which you can see right here. So this is the configurator tool right here, and it automatically comes up with the list price and your ordering code based on the options you've selected. We also have the accompanying filters on the same page, and as well, we've got the old school ordering codes for you to manually put together your code if you prefer to use this and not the configurators. As seen on the page, standard lead times are 7 to 8 weeks, as these products are made to order. though we do offer expediting options and are open to discussing stocking programs to serve your business. As promised, here's the contact information for our sales team if you don't already have it. Please reach out to them or myself to discuss this product more. And please visit our website. We did a major overhaul earlier this year and have a lot more content on there than ever before to help you sell our products. Thanks and have a great day.